Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Janine, also known as the Yarn and You Girl, and this is my podcast about knitting. I also sometimes throw in some other crafts as well, but it's mostly about knitting, and I hope you're here for that. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting my channel. If you do like the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Also, you can comment in the comments field below. And just let me know if you want to hear about anything in particular or if you're liking something in particular that I'm doing. I appreciate that. I love hanging out with you and spending some time every couple of weeks kind of meeting with my online community. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It is Tuesday. What is the date today? It's going to take me a second. Oh, June 25th. And it's kind of later in the day. I'm hoping that I won't be too yawny. I feel a bit tired already and a little bit frazzled because I've been having some issues around the house, and I can tell you guys all about that in just a minute. Mostly it's, just household stuff, things that break and projects that I've been working on that haven't been going as smoothly as I'd like. But you guys will hear all about that. So first off, on to knitting content. I don't have any finished objects today. I have a half object, and it's my June socks. So I will jump right into that. I'm not going to show you guys my Harlequinot socks because I did not even touch those. They are literally like this far away from being done. But I just didn't pick them up in the last 2 weeks at all, so I don't feel like I should show them off. But I did start my June socks or July socks. Gosh, did I say June last time too? Gosh. Anyway, I did start my July socks. Last episode I talked about how I made that other pair I had shorty socks so I could get my July socks on board and going, and I finished one. So this is in a new project bag too, which I'm really, really loving. I also complained about how my project bags last time were all full up with projects. And of course, instead of finishing a project, I did move some things around, but I was at a knitting gathering and I found this. And I really, really liked it, so I had to get it. So let me show you guys that first. It is this little drawstring project bag. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, there is a pattern on the canvas on the top, and it took me a second to figure it out, but it's little faces of dogs, so isn't that super duper cute? I love it. I love how subtle it was, how it was hard to kind of tell at first what those things were, but I picked this up at Starlight Knitting Supply. I think that's what it's called, Starlight Knitting Company. Oh no, Starlight Knitting Society, excuse me. Ugh, I've only been there the one time, but I met up with a bunch of the other podcasters, Carrie and Michelle and Leslie. So Carrie is from the Creative Obsession podcast. Leslie and Michelle are both from the Naughty Knitwits, and it was so much fun. Ladies, you were amazing. I had such a great time. And I could have stayed there all day had I not needed to go home and play housewife a little bit. My husband actually was texting me the entire time I was at the meeting with them, like the knitting group, and he had gotten locked out of the house. He was sitting in the backyard kind of just waiting for me to get home, and I wasn't answering my cell phone or my text messages because I was having so much fun, and I was just really enjoying my time with those ladies. But anyway, that's where I bought the bag. It is a drawstring bag, and it's got like a side drawstring, and then it's got a little handle so I can carry it. I really, really like it. It's so cute. And then they had a trunk show there, and I feel like I got this. It says, "I feel like knit," and I really, really thought it was cute. And everybody I've shown it to, they don't get it. They're like, "I feel like knit." And I'm like, I feel like shit. I feel like knit. They didn't get it. But maybe it's because they're not knitters and they, didn't get it. She also had some other cute buttons, one that said things like, I feel like craft today, instead of I feel like crap, you know, it's I feel like craft today. And this is her, this is, I think the company is called Current Mood. And I can put up her information, but she has a website. It's www.shellycan.com, and she's shelly.can on Instagram. So I'll put up information in the down bar or on the screen here so you can see that. And that's the pins, the little enamel pins. So if you're looking for that one, that's where you find it. And then the bag is Home Row Fiber Company portable yarn bowl. And these guys, I'm not sure where they're from, but it says fabric designed in-house and printed in the USA. So it's called Home Row Fiber Company, and that's where the bag is from. And I got both of those at Starlight Knitting Society when I was there meeting with the ladies. Guys, it was so awesome. There were a couple other gals that had shown up, I think maybe viewers of Leslie and Michelle's. They were really, really sweet ladies, and I had a lot of fun just kind of getting out and meeting some people in the community. So anyway, it was a really good time. We're going to have to do it again. So this is my half-finished object, my half object. It is a sock, my July socks, and I decided to use the colorway from Junk Yarn that I got for June for her women superheroes women collection, and this is Wonder Woman, and it's really the right, you know, perfect colors for Wonder Woman. It's got, you know, the red and blue and yellow, and then the gold heels for her bracers and her lasso. The pattern that I used is a Scatterby sock pattern. It was free. It's a toe-up pattern, and I just used a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I just did the pattern on the very front of the sock. I even decided, even though it's written to have the pattern go around the back of the sock, I did the front. I really thought that this yarn would show up well with the stitch pattern and the texture, but I felt like I was losing some of the interest of the yarn. So I really like the stockinette portion of it, so I wanted to keep that as much as possible, which is why I only ended up doing the pattern on the front of the sock. So that's one. I still haven't woven in the ends because I finished that camping, and oh my god, oh my goodness. Wow. That's a first. I don't think I've sneezed on the show before. Sorry. And I was trying really hard not to sneeze all over you. Not like you're going to feel it or anything. But anyway, so this is a yarn for the main sock, and then this is the heels and toes. And then I did, oh my gosh, there's so much sand in this bag. So I took this bag down to the beach when we were at the coast this weekend working on my socks. And I have not dumped it out. There's so much sand at the bottom. Anyway, I did get started on the second sock, and I want to finish this week. Obviously, I'd like to get it done before the end of July. So I have about a week to do that. I think July 31st is Monday, so I could crack it out, I'm sure. The problem is I've decided that I need to do another project before we leave for our next camping trip, which we leave again on August 3rd, and we won't be back until the 17th. Now, don't fret, everybody. I will have somebody manning the shop, so if you still want to purchase yarn, I will have somebody coming over and filling orders for me. The only thing I will not be able to do is any of the dye to order products because I will not be home to do those. If you want to still place an order, that's totally fine. I will get on it as soon as I get back, but just understand that I will be on vacation and there will be a little bit of a delay in, you know, when you're going to get your yarn. So I know that kind of sucks, but we all need a little bit of a vacation sometimes. But I will have somebody manning the shop. So anything that is any of my commercial brands or other yarn companies that I carry, there will be somebody packaging things up for me. So fear not, you can still get other yarn and products as well. Anything that's ready to go. So that's the scatter by socks. I don't have the pattern in front of me. I have it memorized at this point. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I don't know who wrote it. I will probably try to insert that right here, but I am not organized at all today because, again, there's been lots of crazy stuff going on, which I will get into in a little bit. Well, actually, I'm going to get into it right now because the project, the reason I'm worried that I may not be able to finish my July socks is because I decided to take on another project before we left for camping again. So every summer we go to Sun River for some period of time, and this we usually the whole family goes and we camp. And this year we're going to go there, but we're also going to go down to California to a place called Lake of the Springs, and we're going to camp there for a while as well. Well, we have a tent trailer, and we bought it used. I think it's a 2006 tent trailer. We've had it for probably since 2010 maybe, and we've used it a ton. We love going off-season camping, and I don't usually go, a lot of times in the summertime just because it's too busy and it's kind of a pain to get a reservation. You have to plan very far in advance, and I'm not an advance planner very well. I don't do a very good job at that. So anyway, from the beginning, the curtains in there have been falling apart. The track, it comes with these little clip things that go over this track, and the curtains then just attach with these clip pieces and then are supposed to slide back and forth. Well, from day one, I swear, those curtains, the clip part has popped off of the fabric. So I wasn't, years ago, I wasn't really thinking of how to fix it because it didn't look like it looked like they had sewn through the plastic to attach these clips, and I wasn't really very savvy as to how to fix something like that. Honestly, I didn't even think you could get the clips off. So the clips were still attached to the track, and then the curtain had fallen off. So I used some, sticky Velcro, and I attached a little bit of sticky Velcro to the curtain, and then a little bit of sticky Velcro, the matching piece to the thing on the rod, and then I just kind of used that for an interim fix. Well, they keep falling down. They were getting ripped, especially when you put the tent trailer away. One of the curtains would get kind of caught up in the track, and then the bottom part would get ripped, and so it was kind of looking a little ratty, and then they kept falling off, and they were starting to fall off of some of the other curtains as well. So I did a little bit of research, and I figured out that you can take those little clips off, and it's really not that hard. So I decided that I was going to get some new clips and fix them. Well, then in my research, I came across this blog tutorial type thing talking about how you can make them yourself. And I thought, well, that would be really cool. I could update the curtains, and that seems like it would be a really, really fun thing to do. So, of course, I decided I'm going to do this a week and a half before we leave for vacation. And I've gotten one curtain done. The problem I had is I found some fabric at Joann's and that I just absolutely love, but they did not have enough I needed 4 curtains for the side windows and 4 curtains for the bed bunks to separate the bed bunks out, because I felt like I was going to do all of them. If I was going to do it, I should do them all the same. Well, they didn't have enough of the fabric that I really liked for all 8 curtains. So I did a little bit of math. I thought I had enough. Excuse me, I'm yawning again. And I actually am short. So I bought everything they had of this particular fabric. And let me show you the fabric. It's this kind of chevron arrow navy blue thing. And so I bought the entire bolt that was left. It was a little under 5 yards. And I figured, okay, I should be able to get 4 of the curtains out of that just based off my calculations. That should be good. And then I went and bought some solid navy. And I thought I'd use the solid navy for the bedroom curtains. So I cut 2 of the curtain panels. And then I made one. And then I went to cut the other 2 of the curtain panels and lay them against the second curtain panel to make sure that it was the same length. And I don't have enough for 4 curtains. I have enough for 3 curtains and a part curtain. So I don't know what I was thinking. I must have not done my math correctly, which no big surprise because I hate math. I don't hate it. I just, it boggles me sometimes. So I was trying to come up with all sorts of other solutions. I decided, okay, well, I'll see if I can find more of the fabric at Joann's. It was a clearance fabric, so that's the other thing is, I was trying to go inexpensive. And, yeah, so that's all they had. So I'll check some other stores, and if they have them, then great. If not, I can do like half, the top portion I can use some of my navy blue, and then I can use the rest of it this stripe, and that'll be fine too. I was going to make it work, but so I went to one Joann's this morning, and they didn't have any. And I thought, okay, oh my gosh, guys, I'm going to yawn again. Before I run all over town looking for this fabric, let me find out if they can look it up with my SKU for my receipt. So sure enough, they can. So I go and I call a bunch of different stores, and they don't have any. The closest stores that had it were Port Angeles and Grants Pass. So Port Angeles is North Washington, and Grants Pass is Southern Oregon. And neither one of them are close to me. But they're going to ship the fabric to my Joann's. And then my Joann's is supposed to call me on Friday or Monday when they get the fabric. So I should have enough Monday. So I figure, okay, I'm just going to make my curtains, the rest of my curtains, I'll make them. And then bust out the 4th curtain when things get, here. Plus, I had to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to attach these snaps on? And I found this little snap strip. It's a sew-on snap strip, and it has also, there's these little plastic brackets that go over the glide bar, and then these snap into those brackets. So I bought out this one place because that's all they had. I bought 2 boxes. There was 2 of the snap straps, which are 72 inches, and then 2 boxes of the little brackets. Well, it's not going to be enough for all my curtains, so then I had to go online and find some more, and I mean, this is just like becoming this big snowballing effect. Of course, nobody has everything that I need, and now I'm frantically trying to get it before I leave. So, moral of the story, plan ahead when you're trying to do some projects. Plan ahead. Don't wait until 2 weeks or a week and a half before you go on your trip. I think my husband's a little frustrated with me, and because I'm taking this on at last minute. I think he likes the fact that I'm fixing up our tent trailer, but I don't think he likes that I decided to do it a week and a half in advance of our trip. But that's what I do. I'm a procrastinator. Anyway, so I have one curtain done, and thankfully I won't have to take this one curtain apart and redo it. Now, I just decided, I followed this gal's tutorial, and I don't even know her name anymore. And I didn't even really watch her tutorial all the way through. I just kind of was looking to see what she was doing. She actually chose to cover over her old blind. So I decided I was going to do that too, because the back of the blind had this blackout fabric. I don't know if it's blackout fabric or maybe sort of heat resistant fabric, and I didn't want to change my curtains out and then have all of a sudden it not have the same kind of cooling or blackout feature. So I just covered over as well. Plus, then I don't really have to think about the pattern itself at all. I just kind of laid my old curtain on top of the fabric and just started wrapping and pinning, and that seemed to work okay. So this is one, and I really, really like this fabric, and I installed it in the tent trailer, and it looks really, really cool. And then, like I said, I sewed in this snap strip. So, snap strip along the top, and yeah, that worked out really well. Now, some of my seams aren't super great. I don't care. You're never going to see them. It's in the tent trailer, and especially at the top here where I had to sew the snap strap on, I've got, these seams right here. But that, from far away, you don't even see, and there's a valance kind of covering the top of it. So that is my second finished object, and that's what I've been kind of focusing on in the last couple days. So I haven't really knit a whole lot on that. And actually just did that yesterday, and that's when I started this whole thing, was yesterday. I bought all the fabric yesterday, I washed it all, and kind of got started, and then found out I don't have enough to do everything, so then I've been frantically trying to fix it. But I'm going to make this work because I really, really think it's going to look awesome. And eventually I might recover the upholstered seats in there, but that's just a whole another can of worms. I don't know if I could do it. Anyway, so moving on. My water bottle is making some really weird noises. Sorry, guys. But I was going to say boys and girls. Sorry. Okay, so next project that I'm working on right now is my Sizzle Pop shawl. And I have this in my Stitch and You project bag. This is Stitch and You. She's on Etsy. Really, really cute. Nice project bags. And this is how far I've gotten. And I really have been enjoying this, but I had to put it down because I had to work on the socks. So last time you guys saw it was down here, this little skein stitch marker. Progress keeper. And I don't even know how many repeats I've done, but I really, really like it. I'm just going to kind of go, it says to do 11 repeats. I think I'm on maybe repeat 5, but I might just go until I think that I don't have enough yarn anymore and then use up the yarn. But this is going to be so pretty and so lovely. The yarn, again, the pink is by Nitty Kitty Bags in, I don't even know what the color is anymore. I said it last time. Siberian. And then the gray is String Theory and Charcoal. And this one is a merino cashmere nylon, and this one is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. But it's coming out really nice. It's lovely. I'm knitting this on US 4, I think, on my Knit Picks interchangeable set. The only thing I don't like about these is I can never tell what size needle I have because they don't, either they might now, but they didn't at the time mark the needle sizes on the needles, so I have no idea. But anyway, that's where I am there. I haven't touched this in a couple days because I've been really, I took both of them over the weekend to the beach, both the sock and this, but I just focused mostly on the sock because I wanted to get done with that. So that is my Sizzle Pop shawl. And then Last thing I am working on is also in a new project bag, which I'm really excited about this because I was also complaining about how I don't have any big project bags. And so I went out and bought a big one. I am in the process of making myself a big one, but you know, I'm putting myself on the back burner and working on some other stuff right now, and I don't really need it anymore. I mean, I do still. I always need project bags. But I got this one, and this one's so great, and I love this fabric. So this is Bags by Awesome Granny. This is the large size bag. The fabric is the Yarn Bomb, and it's got, you know, this little cool, you can't even see it because it's glare, but it says Bags by Awesome Granny, Progress Keeper. Has this little loop here, a nice big handle, and this sunny yellow zipper with this awesome sunny yellow polka dot inside. I just love this. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I bought the one that had the little notions bag with it. So you can buy them separate or you can buy them together. And so I have the one now with the little notions bag. And it's also got the same, you know, inside yellow yellow polka dot, which just so fun and bright and shiny, and I just love this fabric so much. Anyway, what's housing in here is my breathing space sweater. I don't know what I was gonna say it was called, but I finished the whole body. I finished the ribbing at the bottom. And let's see if I can, so it's not blocked obviously, and it's a little wrinkly, but this is so far Breathing Space by Vera Valimaki. I think it goes like this. I don't know, I can't remember. And the yarn is Ba La Jolla. The purple is lavender. The multicolor speckle is Dragon's Tail. And now I just have to work on the arms. But I've kind of, like I said, put this one also on the back burner for a few moments because I wanted to do the socks. But last time you guys saw me, I just started this solid purple section, and so I was really happy to at least get the body portion of the sweater done. So I feel pretty accomplished there because it felt like it was going on and on forever. And now I have this giant sweater bag. This is so great. It's just perfect for all of my sweater and large knitting needs. Super exciting. So as far as knitting content and making content goes, that's sort of all I have for that. I did get some acquisitions, which I've shown you guys. The bags I got, very cool. I also got a couple skeins of yarn when I was meeting up with the ladies at Starlight Knitting Society. Michelle and Leslie gave me this awesome gift bag, which I was just floored. They were so generous and so great. And a couple things that they gave me, I'm trying to remember where I put all of them. I wonder if it's in here. So they gave me, I think I saw these actually on their podcast. They showed them off on their podcast. Some Ann Tudor stitch markers, which I thought were so great. Let's see if I can get the tin open. So it's the little set of fruit. So apple, orange, maybe a blueberry, and a kiwi. So super cute. Blown glass. And then they have their own little stitch mark, like progress keeper too. It says the Naughty Knitwits on it, which was really, really sweet. So they gave me those. And then they did give me the option to give away some of this stuff. So I have set something aside to put as a giveaway to you guys. the one thing I am keeping, they had this awesome yarn. It's called Heather's Yarn Barn is the brand, and it is let's see, 75 merino, 25 nylon. It's brown with aqua speckles, and it reminds me of like an egg, like a robin's egg or a sparrow or some kind of bird. Totally reminds me of, and I just really, really loved these colors, and I thought they would be gorgeous. So I decided I'm going to keep this one. And then what I'm giving away to you guys is this really cool sock pattern kit. So it's got the yarn, the pattern, and then everything else kind of that you need in here in this little bag. So the pattern is Lover's Knot by Sylvia Harding, and I've done some of her designs before, and she's local to the area, I believe, here in the Northwest, and I've actually taken a class from her. I did toe-up socks from her, and she's just got some really innovative designs, and she actually does some bead work on the sock. And so inside you've got this awesome red yarn by the Knitted Wit, which I love their yarn too. It's really, really nice. This one is Cashy Wool, which is 70 superwash merino, 20% nylon, 20% cashmere and 10% nylon. So really luxurious. And then some little beads to go with it. And it looks like the sock has beads on it, but only up the leg of the sock. It's like a cabled sock with some beads up the leg, just on the front part of the leg. So I thought that would make a great giveaway because it was kind of all included in there. And so that's going to be coming up for somebody. I'm not sure when I'm going to give that away, but somebody special is going to get that. So keep your eyes posted for that. But thank you, Leslie and Michelle. You guys were so amazing. Oh, I just couldn't even get over it. I felt very blessed to have met you guys. Both you and Carrie. You guys were awesome. I felt like I knew you guys right off the bat. You guys were all so sweet and gracious with me, and everybody said, "Oh, you didn't, seem nervous at all," and I was really nervous. But it was really great. It was a good time. Then I decided I was going to buy some yarn because Leslie and Michelle are doing a knit along, and I don't even know if it started yet because I've been really far behind, but it's a shawl. And see, I didn't prepare very well at all today, guys. I can't even remember the name of it. It's Moving to the Country or something like that. Anyway, it's a 2-color shawl. I thought these would be really fun together. This one is Hedgehog sock yarn, 90% superwash merino, 10% nylon. It is, I don't even know what the color is. Oh, Genie. And then this one is Wool and Boon, which I've never had any of that yarn. And this is Tulips Boon Classic, 100% superwash merino. And I just thought these were so cool together. They've got a lot of the same tones, speckly. So that'll be really fun project to do. So I'm looking forward to that. I will try to put the actual name of the pattern here because I'll do my research after as this is uploading and I'm editing. I will do my research at that point and then I'll plug in the name of the pattern because I'm really bad and I forgot. Sorry, guys. I also got one, I don't even believe I don't have it on. I got one of those ruler bracelets, which are awesome. The company is called I Love Handles, and they're the leather bracelets that have the ruler markers on them, and they're so, so cool. So I bought one of those. I took it off this morning to take a shower, and I forgot to put it back on. So anyway, that was the other thing I got. So that's all I got for acquisitions. I do have a little bit of news for you guys about pattern release. So Yexa is coming out this Friday, so I will be posting some things, hopefully, if I don't get too overwhelmed, coming up in the next couple days on Instagram, just to kind of keep everybody informed. It's releasing Friday. All the pre-order packages, for anybody who pre-ordered yarn and the pattern, it went out today. You should get it by Friday. And I don't have e-codes connected to those people, but I've sent you little messages with it. I will give you the e-code as soon as the pattern goes live, and I actually can generate electronic codes for it. So I will email you guys the e-codes for it. Other than that, those patterns went out. There's still time, plenty. I mean, you can still order yarn for the pattern through me if you want. However, it's not going to get to you in time now for the release. And as long as you do it early enough this week, I could possibly have it out before I leave on vacation. But if you wait too long, then you're probably not going to get it until I'm after vacation. So, just saying. If you really want some of those kits, please go onto the website and check it out. So, Yex is coming out this Friday. And, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little scattered. My whole house is kind of a mess, and so I'm trying to get this podcast up and done so that I can finish some of the domestic stuff so that when my husband comes home, he's not like, what were you doing all day? I was busy. No. Anyway, really great to spend some time with you guys. I am going now downstairs to make some blackberry cobbler because I picked a bunch of blackberries, and like I said, finish up some household chores. So really exciting stuff going on in my life over here. But thank you for spending time with me and sharing in a little bit of your day. I hope you like the channel. I hope you like the podcast, and be sure to check out the Yexa shawl. It's coming out on Friday. And I don't even know if I said where you can find me, but I'm on Ravelry as Yarn and You Girl, Instagram as Yarn and You, Facebook as Yarn and You, and then the website is yarnandyou.com. Have a great day, guys.